And we are in map number 2 coming your way with Wildcard's pick up here of Inferno. They're up a map as well, so things are looking really good for the favorites so far. And we have a lot to see for them take flight. Yes, they had some big individual moments, but can they beat a team in the straight head-to-head when it comes to that tactics and the team play? I'm fine, Joe McCole, Extra McHenry. Let's see this first little setup that we have here for take flight. xCAPE trying to toy with the T's right now. And no one biting.
Got the 2 flashes out already. So now xCAPE, whatever fight he's going to take towards Banana, that's going to have to be slightly disadvantageous as to flash play that they had initially set up. Although Wildcard just in a rush for absolutely nothing. They don't need to overextend. No need to really pressure the extremities just yet. And take flight not taking any valuable map control in the meantime. Instead, it's a very standard round here. Just having a couple players on B, hoping that they can land some shots here. We'll see what sort of execute utility they have ready. Micro tossing in that CT smoke, followed up by a nice little flash here thrown in. We'll see if this is enough to get in towards the site successfully. Might just be just a straight up 5v5 retake.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, but there's no coffin smoke that allows for a duel to take place if nicx wants it. Like very far back. Instead, it's xCAPE who eats a gush through the smoke. That is not a good start for take flight. And only now is this flank beginning to develop. Time's going to be wasted here. And with only the kid on nicx, if he goes down, there's going to be problems. Now as the banana play comes up, though, deleted is Wolfie up close. Nifty. Oh, he couldn't hit the shot. And that is a clean, flawless pistol round for Wildcard.
Yeah, that one just felt like, you know, Wildcard, they were just pressured nowhere on the map right there. Those 2 flashes came through, and that was like the big stick for take flight right there. They had to get the job done right with those 2 flashes, and if they didn't, well then, you know, they just had to play in a standard position, you know, deal with the execute versus Glocks, especially on that B bombs. That can be very tricky. So the initial game plan didn't go their way, but I feel like you have to have a plan B right there as well. So one boost comes on through here for a chance at the scout tag. Nothing connects though. As Umar not really forcing the issue as well. He takes a peek, gives himself a shot, doesn't land, he'll readjust his crosshair.
I really like this apartments control that Wildcard just did. One molly towards boiler, another in towards the T intersection, and then a double nade in towards boiler. If anyone was even to consider sticking around there. Of course, when you're on the force buy, apartments is such a great place where those 5 seconds can get value. But none here today. Being very methodical about this one is the T side. Comparatively to Nuke, this feels a lot more safe. Wildcard were just going at it on that map.
These rounds just look so very regimented from Wildcard. You saw some of the off-spawn calls that they made in their T side on Nuke. And you can see, like you said, the off-spawn calls to take that apartments control with the utility set. It's just like a protocol that Wildcard have set in stone right now. Works out just so wonderfully here. Another smoke's just now been recycled towards the top of Banana. That one looks like it's a bit of a missed smoke, though. But in the meantime here, they are calling in for another rotation. These smokes will keep him at bay, though. As soon as you saw Umar starting to cheat his way in towards the B bomb site, he gets sold by this fake here. And now it's just going to be these 2 pistols ready to go.
A little bit of a team flash in there, I believe, but sweeping out the site, this should be simple. xCAPE just engulfed by T's. And a 3 versus 5 as it stands. Freshie, collect some freebies on the back end of this. Umar, test your luck. He's about to get run down by the max that are awaiting him. Or Freshie, one or the other. And Nifty chilling out on the A site. I mean, hoping to hold on to his armor, but I think that's just a hope here. He's hopping around every which way. Actually, they don't even fully clear out the site, so... Oh, but now that he's been spotted, nice Deagle headshot. Get some confidence going in from Nifty. But the follow-up isn't there. 2-0 for Wildcard.
No saves either. Taking everyone down there. Only 1 death so far in the server for Wildcard. Obviously a full eco and found here as well for take flight. So Wildcard putting up some great work. Again, protocols looking promising. I thought that was going to be a little bit of a risky reposition towards that B bomb site. But again, like the last little detail right there is those 2 smokes they threw towards A to keep Umar sold on the A play. So even when it comes down to things like last second decisions here, it seems like they're very diligent about how they play these positions out. And like we said coming into this series, man, we were talking about this team having a lot of history together, not making too many roster changes, and it definitely shows in some of these rounds.
Yeah, they work together. Trades are really good. On the same page as the Galeos tap down everyone at top banana. Methodical is certainly the way to talk about these early rounds out of Wildcard. And especially that last one, just working every part of the map. They're not a team that's afraid to play it loose, as evidenced by Nuke. But I think as of late, they've really widened their strat book, and the calling in particular has been quite strong out of this team. We'll see a little bit of a top banana play, extinguishing the molly, going right in for the fight, and the 100-0 xCAPE just burns. I'm not sure if he had a smoke or he flubbed the pole. Either way, that is a catastrophic way to start this round for Take Flyte.
And that molly, honestly, I feel like it stabilized this wild card right there. If they would have ran it down towards that B bomb site, that could have actually been disastrous for them. But the fact that they get mollied off here, it might force them to slow things down and actually play off this advantage that they have now. They got themselves into a 3v4. Smokesman continues. Oh, so close to Nifty right there. You can feel the bullet swing his way, but Umar will stabilize towards that A site, finds the equalizer. And now this round, so much more back into contention, but an interesting here stack off of the B bomb site. Smoke towards CT is going to nullify this position, but again, very well could be a gallon.
Oh, that's not the play. That was not the play I was envisioning.
Wow.
It might not matter. It's a 2v2, and Umar is a glass cannon op. And also this reposition from Wildcard is quite nasty. Umar's about to just run into 2Ts with the smoke in hand. Couldn't be easier. And he just hand delivers Slighting off. It doesn't get much worse than this one, folks. As well, if he's going to underhand a flash and try and hunt down these kills, he's doing a good job until that off that was handed over to Slight does work. 4-0 Wildcard.
Nice try from Wolfie there. Honestly, just I can't even blame Umar. He just has to kind of run it down and try and help his teammate right there. Maybe could have had his gun out right there, but again, you're just in such a bad position time-wise. The pressure of that clock running against you, it looks a little bit silly at the end, but you can kind of understand, give him some grace there with that decision-making. As Wildcard just, even despite just some brazen play in the server,
yeah,
we'll still manage to pick it up in the 2v3 there with some proactivity there. Brett tanks some HEs. This time they have a flashbang instead of a molly to clear out Boiler.
Yeah, I was saying earlier on in that round that they aren't afraid to play it loose. I guess that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, they pulled it on full display for you.
Yeah, attempting the mid swing here, or at least tempting it. There was a moment where Slight was watching all this, but okay. Oh, Slight, it was watching it. Nifty swung into this off. That's the entire A-side defense gone, if anyone else was wondering. And these pistols should probably consider the save. There's not much to hold on to but the Kevlar.
Yeah, and it's worth it here just to, maybe play for an exit or two. Definitely going in the way right there. And Cryptic ensures that no AKs get picked up. Nothing left for them to gather. Brett gets as far away from that bomb as possible, as you can see. For good reason. Does quite a bit of damage. You better run. Not so sure that, nicx is safe in this sort of position. Bombs planted for, C, or I guess back pit right now. Try and Doja! Not enough damage done to Opera of Slight, so he's good, but he will find a kill on his way out.
But that's about it. 5-0 for Wildcard right now. This is the test point for Take Flight. They've had some messy rounds at top banana. I think some messy rounds overall. You need to clean things up for this first gun round. Umar has finally gotten off, but he hasn't been in the right position to make that op work. We'll see if he's able to best Slight in some sort of exchange, or be more effective than Slight's AWP has been so far. Now Cryptic, oh, he's already in towards Boiler. This is nifty. This angle gets punished so easily by this play. Easy opener, and a lack of respect shown that will get punished.
Yeah, so many different, aggressive plays coming through towards that Boiler side of the map and apartments. That's probably such a surprise. They were expecting a full host of utility that direction, but Nifty was too lackadaisical here, but a brilliant pick back from Umar. Takes reins on this round once again, even flashing in for this control towards the wrap, but Wolfie not too disturbed by this peek here, and still just dive on forward there. Can't isolate the duels and gets quickly traded by Micro.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want to see here if you Take Flight. It puts Umar to hold down the entire site and look through so many different angles. He's making the reposition up and towards the balcony, but he's not looking towards lane. And that's just what happens when you're the sole man on the site. You try to get a reposition, you try to salvage the situation, but there's nothing working there. Plant's going to go in, and I mean, yes, it's Inferno retakes. You do just have to say, despite only being down a player.
Yeah, we all know the position right now. There's no question. An easy save call. It'll be 6-0 here, locking things in. Wildcard coming out of the gates here, stamping their authority on Inferno. We knew that these guys had a very good depth in their Inferno. Actually, interestingly enough here, former teammates between Cryptic and Umar. At one point, they're in ECL, and when they were on a team together, they were very effective on Inferno, taking decent rounds off of, in the good old days, Extra Salt when they were playing out in ECL and teams like that. So this used to be such a namesake map for players like Umar and Cryptic, and I think Cryptic actually has taken some of that old presence in his old teams here and is building that into Wildcard's map pool as well, with how strong they're looking on this T side right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember their Inferno was... I mean, it was a bit of a one-trick pony way back in that season. It was the one map that they were exceptional on, but they were probably the best team in the division on the map. But long gone are those days. Yeah, they were really ahead of time. I remember Korn was coaching this team. Okay, we have Freshie just... Okay, this is a different...
Jeez.
No respect. No respect. Just... fix bayonets and charge into apartments.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it right there. Just shotgunning as close as possible. Combat right there in apartments, and it's consistently gone their way. Again, another individual here, Freshie and Micro. That duo right there have been working the map together in some sense on both Nuke and now Inferno when it comes to these opening duels. And they've been winning these opening fights.
Oh, it's Flyte creeping forward. You better not jiggle peek this. Yep, you're gonna go down. xCAPE's out of the round, and now Take Flight only have nicx on the site, and Wildcard 100% know that. Just the smoke delaying. Ooh, even that molly taken out of nicx's pocket. Take Flight at least have the right gamble here. They have stacked up multiple players on this A site.
The bomb's still positioned towards the bottom of Banana, so it does feel like it's still going to be a B play. It has to be a B play at this point in time. They still have a lurking presence here in Cryptic as well towards the other side of the map, looking to be a late activator here. And it's going to be nicx who's just flushed in position. That molly caught him. Cryptic feels like he has the round in the palm of his hands here with a little late flank. Yeah, he does. He's going to try and fight his way out of this situation, but Brett wraps him on in, and that is just such a clean and clinical round right there from Wildcard.
Once you expend all your utility as that B site anchor, your fate is essentially sealed. Saw nicx expend his smoke and then the molly behind it, and if you're just getting full executed on by a T side, you're 1v3. You have to come through with the most insane 3K. to save that round, or just some egregious error out of Wildcard, who are just not making that with a team of this caliber. That just simply isn't happening. Charge down Banana, charge down middle with the pistols, try to get up close and in the face of the T's, steal a gun, something of the sort. It might work just a little bit. Umar does scoop up one, but Brett has got an insane double for you right back. Wolfie goes down to 19. nicx phasing inside the smoke at bottom. Banana trying for something, but Flyte flies out of the apartments with the 5-7 in hand, and that's going to lock in this round. It's just nicx bottom B, and Plant goes in. That's 8-0 for Wildcard.
Winning half here in the first 8 rounds is a bit terrifying, man. We need something to launch for Flyte soon. Oh, there you go. Nice. I like it a safe. Get out of dodge there. Electro funding, but like I said, just something has to go their way here ASAP, or else they're just going to be down and out of this game. I feel like we're already inching our way towards that position now. Obviously, there's like chances at a recovery of this half. They can still grab like, you know, at the very best case scenario 7 rounds, and that's definitely workable. But that's going to be a hard fought 7 rounds if you want it. Flyte is on max cash. Brett not too far behind him. And Cryptic's 10k after this round. So you feel all the wealth that they have built up. And you almost think there's going to be no freebie rounds in the 7 that would be required for me to really build some confidence and take Flyte here. Yeah, and especially the fashion that Wildcard are winning these rounds in are... Yes, there's a little bit of, NA. Why don't we just do a little over-peaking here and there, But overall, the system that Wildcard is working with, the trade game that they're playing with, and the decision-making is just better than Take Flyte at the moment. They are a couple steps ahead of this CT side. And I think that was really the case on Nuke, but there's a lot more individual success on Nuke, specifically from xCAPE, who currently, not to be the bearer of bad news, does not have a kill in this map. So a definite change in the tides here for Take Flyte. That's I just noticed that. That is obviously a huge player taken out of contention so far in the first 8 rounds, man. That's definitely tough, right? He was a huge X factor when it comes to the multi-kills that he was delivering on both sides of the half. Now he's qualified here and taken down to 50 HP on the inbound, 37 to make matters even worse. Give an HE back there, which is valuable, but took so much damage.
Umar, he got the kill. He gets away with that. That's very fortunate. He swung it at 3 players, got a kill unpunished. But look at the reaction from Wildcard, sprinting up towards his arch side. Nifty, you cannot swing this. You can't swing this. He somehow gets a kill. I mean, Take Flyte, very fortunate in this round. Micro about to have a duel, unaware of nicx, already there on the rotate. I think Take Flyte are extremely fortunate they're in this 2v4 right now.
Went for some crazy gambles right there. They rotated everyone off of that B side of the map, and they're not wrong in doing so. Here's Freshie tosses out a lurk smoke. Umar shotgun up. Wolfie close by to help out and provide some support, but Umar's not going to let that slide right there. No chance. It's all on Flyte's AWP. Might even be worth a save. I'm not too concerned about the money here for Wildcard, but never be too careful. He's only died 1 time. That is absolutely wild here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for Flyte just giving this one a go. Deal economic damage. Get some kills up on the board. Be prepared for Graveyard. Gets the spot on the thread. But with 25 seconds left, I mean... Alright, he'll give this one another go. He'll go fishing for another kill. I mean, if Umar goes peeking after time, like he's about to do right now, I mean, that's catastrophic. You're not getting it all. Oh, yeah. Yep. Janitorial duties. Get those ops out of there. And yeah, you don't have a sniper rifle next round. That's that. That's what you get punished for. I'm not a fan of that one.
Yoink. Pretty sneaky right there. They should be able to reinvest into it, but like you said, this isn't really a position where you can really afford those sort of mistakes. You have to play a flawless game from this point forward, right? Yeah. And right there, I mean, forcing nicx to dwindle that economy down for what is, honestly, I would just say a straight up meaningless kill onto Flyte at the very best, with the amount of money he has left. So yeah, I mean, small errors coming through there from Take Flyte. Obviously, not come to cost in the very next round. They're able to start stabilizing. Look at at the spam that comes through here.
Yeah. Oh, yep. And just there's no counter spam back from the CT side, so that doesn't get punished. xCAPE just hanging out on the top of the barrels. nicx almost gets an opportunity back. Yeah, so I lied. nicx actually had the cash to drop an op over, but still a bit of an unnecessary expense. Especially if you lose this round, your money is completely broken.
Some utility to force nicx off of this position, taking that deep control of Banana is so valuable, but he's sticking around here, and he's calling in for a little bit of extra help here, and Nifty as well. And if they never turn the corner towards Car, then I mean, I guess they still have the fake sold. They still have 2 players here, so it's essentially mission accomplished right now for Wildcard. They've limited the resources on this A-bomb site. Now they're taking the big advantage that they've created, the big gap in the defense that they've just established by pressing that issue towards B, and they're starting to take that.
There's a problem here. 25 seconds, and we've already creeped up the arch side. Molly into library, flash over the site. This is going to be very difficult for it's only Wolfie here to hold things down. Now, but 3 kills come through to at least try and salvage this. Umar up in the apartments. Freshie gets the reposition down in towards Boiler, though, and this is such a great position on the hay cart. Finds the headshot. And now it's a 2v2. nicx reveals his position. Yeah, both players reveal their position. Now all eyes turn towards this part of the map, but the flash helps out there from Umar, and Freshie inside of the pit has to make some moves to try and salvage this round. Umar with the kit can just start this defuse, playing around the edge of the smoke. He doesn't have time for this. Does not have time for this. Umar gets the defuse, and Freshie will concede the clutch. Take Flyte with their second.
2 rounds right there. Needed a clutch to come on through right there with Freshie's proactivity right there, putting it into a 2v2, and the fact that they so early on gave away their positions in that clutch. It was absolutely terrifying for Take Flyte in winning that round, but Umar just goes for the full stick. Enough time being bought right there. Some really good flashes, I believe, thrown in as well. All line up to lead Take Flyte to a second, but again, coming down to a 1v1, that money's going to be pressured. And it puts all the extra emphasis on winning these follow-up rounds. You got to string things together. Again, 7 is still a possibility for them.
Now, Wildcard, they're a little too slow on their play. Allowed a flank to develop towards Banana. Now these flashes are going to get dodged out upon. Let's see xCAPE if he can break the bond scoreline. Unfortunately, it's not looking great because the entry goes the way of Micro. xCAPE with the first kill, yes, but immediately traded out. Now Nifty at the back of the site has to turn to his rifling prowess to get the job done, and he's done exactly that. A second kill. He'll burn, but a great job done there from the returner to the scene. Now Wolfie looking to leak through the smoke with help of Umar. Was thinking about it, but will think twice. We enter into the 2v2. Umar, oh my. This is a hell of a push right into Slights Op. Wolfie attempts to trade, but Freshie's going to lock it in. Wildcard thriving in these low man situations. They're up 9-2.
Wow. Yeah, that's a very aggressive way to retake right there. Hoping that they could maybe find a gap off the back of that Molly. Getting tossed in a little bit too deep, but it just flushes him to Slights up a little quicker right there is all. Makes that round pretty easy in the 2v2. So nice kills converted. Obviously another eco force. Like I said, coming down to a 1v1 2 rounds prior, it's going to just pressure that economy consistently. And you can see Eagles 5-7 here or there, but definitely not much to write home about.
Micro just charges up middle. Oh, and a team kill. Yep, against the pistols.
He's back down to 0.
Yep. Oh, no. You didn't have to put it like that.
No.
Oh, God. That's just how it goes, folks. Well, the good days are over. And, you know, you could put it down to some financial mismanagement from Take Flyte that they're down to this purchase. It's a clean round out of Wildcard right now. 10-2. And they're just in cruise control at this point.
Wait, he's on 2 kills now.
He's on 2 kills? He just... Wait. Wait a minute. that logged in the scorer and said, yeah, you're... Guys, if you want a stat pad, you have 4 other players you can kill in the round.
Huh. What happened there? Interesting. Either way, at least it
everyone's the enemy. Just relentless paranoia.
It's a free-for-all.
Yeah. See, in deathmatch, she's on 2 kills. Cryptic up to no good. In the boiler position right now. Looking to move out, get flashed in towards lane. Grouped up with the rest of his teammates, and there you go. The kill onto Nifty. Umar also misses his opportunity. And Wildcard get the setup with this control.
Yeah, I mean, this is so valuable right now from Cryptic. That smoke that he's thrown in alone here, really going to put an extra bit of pressure on the BD. Right now, an op shot does hacking right there as nicx tried to hold an angle. Cryptic walks right into it, but he still delivers a headshot. And look, I mean, where xCAPE is playing right now, he might get a chance for another kill, but
oh my!
That's not going to happen as Cryptic will just run on through them, run through the entire defense. It's Umar trying to recover this round, but he's just now arriving to the scene.
Bomb's going to be able to cross. Umar gets in towards the back hall, but the molly is going to cut his time short. Or is there a gap in that molly that he can move past? Either way, you have to wait for your teammate here. You can't make any brazen individual plays. Especially down a player. Things get very tough. Umar now clearing every angle. Gets a shot onto Brett. Easy does it. A second chance onto Flyte. Now Wolfie pushes through the smoke, but Flyte is prepared for that. And the nade strikes true onto Umar. Winning these rounds in style are Wildcard.
No question. Right there. Perfect in the 2v3. You have Flyte covering angles right there in CT spawn. HE dunks on it as well, just taking no risk in that 2-on-1. Beautiful. A beautiful round from Cryptic right there, man. Flashy with the opening picks that he was able to land. I thought for sure xCAPE had him dead to rights, but so many different angles to cover right there. He was just so exposed. That's kind of been the case, I feel like. A lot of forced A rotations off of the back of this boiler control and brackets control that they've been able to take so consistently.
Ooh, Cryptic. This is a hell of a challenge. Risky the 5-7. Yeah, this gun is... This gun's something, man. I don't really know. Oh, freshie, though. Absolutely prepared. That's an instant headshot. And Umar, I mean... yeah, if you give your opponent 3 seconds to prepare, I think...
He heard you coming.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Even this last one be maybe not necessary, but it's not going to hurt now that you found the kill into xCAPE here. It's going to be a wide and clear sight.
Yeah, technically still on 0 kills.
Yeah, nicx has hopped onto the A-bomb site saying, no one's here. What happened? What's going on?
Well, if anything to take away from this map, this is certainly home turf for Wildcard and a brutal reminder here for Nifty of what the scene has turned out to be while he's been gone. I mean, he's had the opportunity to play a couple open qualifiers, and he's had some close games against some of the better teams here in North America, even against this lineup in general versus Detonate, and also against the Party Astronauts back in the Kato ESL Challenger Katowice open qualifier. It didn't go great for them. And welcome back to just one of the better teams here in the region. One of the best teams in this region right now. Wildcard are proven to be.
Yeah, putting in some good work right now. Still have a lot to prove here, but like you said here, I think working on this map pool is always a real strong suit. You can see the depth that they have on Nuke for some of the teeth at xCAPE. Definitely see it on Inferno. And he's just plucking them to pieces right now. Missed shot comes through from Nifty. Gonna set a sour tone right there. But maybe they think that's Umar, so they might be in for a surprise on A as well.
Yeah, they're gonna try and bring in the brackets take. But a lane smoke goes in. That just isolates the entire CT side setup is one smoke. Oh, now they're getting ready to press through the apartments, and everyone has their back turned to this position. Oh, lucky that Wolfie spins around to save this one. Same for Umar. It's all over the place for Wildcard. Initially, it was a great call, but the execution wasn't quite there. I feel like Take Flyte should have been caught off guard there, but at least they will get themselves a third round. 12-3 is a half, but there's a lot of work to be done on this T side.
Tears away, is that all I am? All I want is for you to be happy. You know this ain't healthy. Do I make you happy? How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears in this blurry of vision. You know he don't love you. What you holding on to? Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So I'm still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left here with you. Said that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than you rescue? I'm doing everything he doesn't do, but I'm still not enough. Even your parents know I'm good for you, but I'm still not enough. You wanna be done with him, you're stuck with him, 'cause you don't have the guts. And after all I've done, I'm still not enough. Still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left here with you. Said that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than you rescue?
And we are back. 12-3. Wildcard. They're looking solid. They're looking like their usual selves. And Take Flyte have a hell of a road to try and conquer to get back into this game. I'm Flyte, Drum Cole, Extra McHenry. We're looking at Wildcard. Just some antics here and towards Banana. But little does Flyte know there's a player lurking behind those logs. Oh, Brett. Are you going to seriously take this fight? I mean... Test your luck, I guess. Into the bottom of Banana. Flyte is just feeling relentlessly confident right now. Going for the full barrel swing, but there was potentially 4 players around that corner. Unpunished. Now Cryptic on first contact. Next line of defense. So much info right now for Wildcard. They just cleared out bottom and middle. 3-man stack on the B site. It's not much better than this, but Micro eats a gush to begin. And Cryptic, struggling on the P2K, will only be good for the 1. 3-man stack, disassembled. Flyte still at the back of the site, though. Able to find one, Brett a second as he pushes through the smoke, and it's just xCAPE. Try and make do with a better scoreline. He's just doubled his kills on this game in this single round. Now he needs to win it with a 4K. And now getting whittled down in the middle of the open. It's not looking great, but no one going down just yet. And who's gonna win it finally? Freshie's gonna be able to lock it in.
My goodness, that was a fun aim duel, I'll say that much.
Real suspense there.
Yeah. I would say that's the same use of fun as Shake's duel would use. And a bit of an awkward position now for Take Flight. I feel like that might be the final nail in the coffin right there, letting that one slip. Very tough position. They're going for it. Pretty big eco as well, so it just feels like 14 locked in right now, and
especially with this just charging down banana, and the T side basically suffocated out of this round with full brackets control, full banana control, and no utility to even reclaim it. They will have to hit some sick shots, some may say. Those shots have not been hit just yet, Cole. I'll let you know when they do happen.
keep us updated.
I'm keeping you updated, Cole.
They never did come through, did they?
Nope.
That's going to be 14 right there for Wildcard. Nicely done from them. Pretty easy with the MP9s here, and Take Flight fighting for their life with every round from this point forward. Fighting for closure here on Inferno, though, as Wildcard. And man, does it look like ever so likely. These guys have put up a clinical T side right there to get them this advantageous position right now, and now they just need to coast for 2 more rounds here. Still another pretty purchase as well.
Yeah, and you can just feel the confidence brewing right now for Wildcard. They're going to charge down middle and try to get this game over with, but there's certainly some resistance on the back end of things. 3 kills go the way of Take Flight in this one. Not showing respect to their opponents, and boy, do they get burned, because that's going to be a quick one for Take Flight.
Yeah, just trying to get in their face with the MP9s right there, but, I mean, obviously the first 2 kills don't go their way. Leaves them in no man's land for a couple of those individuals, and Take Flight, they do use their advantages nicely, right? They had a lot of advanced weaponry compared to Wildcard. What a push and pull right there. So we'll see if this is a start of something great. Has to be the start of something great, I guess, if Take Flight want a chance at recovery. And of course, much better purchase coming on out here. Brett taking some time. He's thinking it through. What are my options here? I could go for a deal, go for 2 utility. I could just go grab an MP9 and still have money for a molly. That's what he's elected for here. So a nice healthy chunk of damage right there. Flight up way too late.
Yeah. Well, real lack of respect being shown here for Wildcard. Now Cryptic misses his op shot, and we're going to see Take Flight really start to take some ground in this series. Wildcard, I mean, you would save here 100%. No doubt, but I see Wolfie inside of the underpass, and down goes Micro. Next up, nicx drops Brett, and looks like there's not going to be much of a save going on here, Cole. We have a few more rounds to play on Inferno.
A little bit of life. 2 clean rounds there coming on through. Freshie makes it not so clean in this one, but he should be taken down here towards the tail end there. Does get bested by Wolfie. 5 on the board here with a full eco now for Wildcard, so we'll get to stick around here for a little while longer.
In terms of a debut on the ESL broadcast, I'm sure this is not what Nifty has been looking for, but, you know, harkening back to Nuke, there were certainly some bright spots from, like, the newer players here in ECL. Specifically, xCAPE had a great map for himself, had a few very impactful rounds. If we see some old form, we see some of that individual ability turn up for Take Flight, we could have a little competitive game here. See, I like to hype up teams on these kind of rounds because this is the anti-eco bash. Just go perfectly. Now, you do have a little, how do we call it? A 5-man setup inside of the apartment. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's only going to get a single kill.
xCAPE's getting closer and closer to a positive scoreline with every round that we play on this T side, so.
Once he hits a positive scoreline, it's all over. It's over for you kids.
He was stuck on very little opportunity in that first half, and when he was given those opportunities, he did struggle. But he was always in that position where he was rotating on over towards A. There was quite a bit of struggle towards that A side. And when they did come B, honestly, the Wildcard took that control too free as well, so definitely responsible for some of that struggle. But if you can start to pull things back and make it a little bit more respectful on this T side, it could be forgiven.
Get inside of Boiler. Oh no, struggling there. Freshie gets the job done. Look at the damage dealt right now as well. As Micro will get a finisher through a smoke. I'm not saying it's all said and done yet. As the smoke fades, Brett charges forward, but xCAPE will dismiss him. Alright. 7 rounds for Take Flight. Micro gets an AK to save. But quite literally, this game is not over.
Definitely not. Proving that round after round right now is Take Flight. Have a little bit of life left in him. Umar. See, no ninja diffuses.
Why do we need to do this? I just... Oh, man.
You're not.
It's a statement. It's the statement, all right? It's the principle behind that, I guess. I understand you have 10K, I guess.
Yeah, cash to burn.
Yeah,
Right
the symbolism, truly that was a moment of art. Because he threw the molly and he's burning cash. Look at that.
Oh yeah, really is. This is another purchase coming on through. Another opportunity here. Wildcard to grab themselves series point. Lock things in as quick as possible as Wolfie moves in towards apartment as quick as possible, but he didn't do that silent boost, so he's definitely heard here in this position, but he some good coverage coming from supporting members. We'll be able to get successfully into that control right now, taking that valuable real estate.
We're going to take this top mid control. Freshie committed underneath the ports, though. This is a nice molly from Nifty. It's going to force off the op of Slight and put Freshie into just an absolute one-and-done position, surely, right? Umar actually got the trade onto Micro, who wanted to swing, and he's going to be ready for the next peak. Umar's starting to position himself well and heat up. And Freshie now put into a bind here in the apartments. He's going to get his first kill onto xCAPE, but has to be prepared for nicx, who's just sitting, being such a rat in the backline with the bomb in hand. He's going to deliver that one right to the A site, and that's going to be this round. Take Flight are going to move up to 8 rounds now. How many more until we start believing?
Very key round right there from Umar, man. Just delivers big time. Finds that quick 1-for-1 trade right there. Takes it the full advantage, and every angle that he was covering was being supported by his riflers standing alongside him and himself having his teammates back as well. So real beautiful look right there from Take Flight, bringing that one on home. Like you said, it is going to be 8 here. Still long road to closing this one out, but they're taking it round by round here, and it's going to go. Get one saved rifle. I guess maybe they could get Micro, hero gun as well, max loss bonus, so you might as well. But Wildcard, they might need to take some time, to settle down. They had a huge advantage. They probably felt like this one was locked in, but you don't want to be caught in that position where you feel like things are slowly slipping away from you.
bet they're feeling that right now as the pause is called in. A little bit of a tech issue here, actually, on the side of Wildcard. There's a bit of a team speak on their end. Wondering if we're going to have a purchase coming up with Micro on $6,600. And it seems so, because he immediately purchases up, drops an op, and we're going.
Huh. Alright. Gonna have slightly less firepower there when it comes to the MP9 Micro, but I guess everyone else is still feeling pretty comfortable, so. Too bad, just a surprising decision there. Wildcard. Looking to get a bit of a surprise here, but what do they have cooked up to actually get this 15th? That's been eluding them for a little while. I mean, some very clean gun rounds even thrown into the mix now from Flyte are why I'm so convinced that, you know, they're definitely not out of this game.
All right. Flyte not out of it. The Wildcard on with the purchase. This is an interesting setup. They're going to leave Slight alone towards the B site. And Flyte have disrespected this banana utility. So it is only Slight. He's going to post up with that op. And Nifty is going to swing right into it. Probably wasn't expecting that after winning that previous round.
Yeah, just saying, oh, they have an op. Couldn't believe his eyes right there as he turns the corner. Now he's going to have that sinking feeling. He's just donated his life here, but have to have some faith in your teammates to recover. Now they've just flash cleared out middle, spotting up absolutely nothing right now. So when did the rotation start to arrive for Wildcard? It looks like never. It's going to be the answer to never starting to cheat them towards B. Now the execute's already coming through, and it's still just up to Slight to defend.
Taking their time with this one, though. After they've thrown the smoke, they're going to wait for the mollies, the flashes, and all that stuff to rain on in. By this time around, Brett is going to get so much damage through the smoke, and Slight even pushes through the edge of it. Deleted by nicx, yes, but the damage is so done here. Wolfie gets spammed down before the plant even goes in, and that's the round. That's going to be Wildcard heading to series point.
Yeah, they threw that first set of utility right there. I thought that was going to be their trigger to execute, but then they gave time for Wildcard to actually get in 2 rotations before. So Slight wasn't he wasn't alone any longer. He had 2 teammates rotating through coffins, and CT as well spamming down range from Brett, landing himself a kill through smoke, man. Makes it all the more easy for him to sneak around the smoke and get the job done. So again, I mean, already a big surprise with the purchase, but I'm just surprised by the slight hesitation there from Flyte.
Yeah, feeling like they had all the time in the world to do that, or they wanted to get everything set for the execute. Which I get. Maybe they toss in those smokes, they wait for counter utility, and if seeing none, they blast on through, but perhaps in hindsight you say, and there's been a lot of hindsight, maybe should have just gone with the execute there. On the meantime, though, Umar has been marauding with this op towards top middle. And he takes Slight down once again. He's keeping his team in this game.
A lot of aggressive T-side opping out of Umar right now, getting the job done. Definitely turned the tide for his team right now, but the aggression continues to move on in towards that A side of the map. Red on rotation. Freshies will find a great kill to defend here. Micro as well will go down into the pit. And finally, Brett has arrived onto the scene, but he gets sidelined quickly.
Freshy's fighting. Freshie is still fighting out from this pit position. And Cryptic's also arriving to the play. That molly in towards the back site could force out xCAPE into an awkward position. Flash over pit now. Freshie eventually gets dealt with, but now it's up to Cryptic. And he will get cleaned up. 15-9 now. As Flyte will scoop up another.
Closing things out just yet here. They still have to fight for it. Flyte. We'll see if they can get off to another spree of rounds here. Obviously not going to be the prettiest of purchase. from Wildcard this time around. It's gonna be Mag 7s. Got a MP9, some 5.7s, and Eagle. And it's easy, I guess, if you Brett. Obviously, the jumping Mag 7 bananas or half wall there's a necessity.
Micro's been good on the Mag 7. He's another one of Ponalone's disciples. Let's see it. Marching up towards top banana. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's only one thing. The graffiti on the way out too. See ya. Thanks for the AK.
Oh man. Just a robbery of a kill now. They're forced in towards a stack towards the A-bomb side as well, so it is extra pressure pull on them as Micro continues to hold down the line, nearly takes down Nifty.
Oh man, that was almost a bomb dropped at the T-ramp, but it's not looking good as the pistols erupt. 3 kills on the lane side, and that's the game. That's the series. Wildcard will take it on a half bye today, Cole, as they're going to march over Take Flight here 2-0.
Yeah, that's a great way to close things out right there. Get it around early. Why not? They get the job done right then and there with the Mag 7, with the pistols, able to force their hand into it.